Hello friends and welcome. Today's video is going to be looking at Scorpio season, celestial magic, and astrology. Scorpio is the 8th astrological sign of the zodiac. Originating from the constellation of Scorpius, it spans the 210 degree to the 240 degree ecliptic longitude. Under the tropical zodiac, also known as Western astrology, the sun transits the sign of Scorpio on average from October 23rd to November 22nd. I say on average because celestial bodies' movement doesn't quite match our modern-day fixed calendar, so some years the dates will vary slightly. Under Eastern astrology, the sun is in Scorpio from approximately November 16th to December 15th. Whichever zodiac system you use, someone born under the influence of Scorpio on the sun is a Scorpio or Scorpion. Scorpio's characteristics, properties, vibes, and energies will hold influence on these people and show up within them in different ways. Now, each zodiac sign carries a lot of associations, characteristics, properties, and symbolism that together make up each zodiac's energy or the zodiac's vibe. Now we can use associations, characteristics, properties, symbolism to bring this Scorpio energy into our practice and daily life. You don't have to be a Scorpio to embrace this energy and bring it into your practice this season or at any other time when its influence is around. The more you learn about each sign and its characteristics and energies, the more you'll notice how it influences you and those around you. Once you notice and understand a sign's energies and vibes, you can begin to work with them. Even if you are unaware of how to interact with these energies, they will be influencing you. They always have been, in subtle ways. Beginning to bring awareness to their energies and characteristics makes them more noticeable. Working with celestial bodies is bringing these subtle background energies into play to enhance your practice, your growth, your awareness, and your awareness of how they work and flow. Now, how each of us is influenced by these subtle energies depends on so many things and is completely personal to each individual. We are individually influenced depending on where the planets were at our time and place of birth. This information is often displayed in the form of a natal chart, also known as a birth chart. But so much more has influence on how these energies and influences affect and govern and drive each one of us. Other influences include the placement of other celestial bodies in your chart, your level of awareness and understanding in astrology and magical practices, where you are in your journey, how supported you are externally and internally, your connection to yourself, your connection to the natural environment and its cycles, and so much more. Over time, as we learn and grow, the way each celestial body and its associated energies and characteristics affect us will change and evolve. The way we work with and embrace these energies will change and evolve. They will begin to differ than they were before. Think of it as working with any cycle. It will continue to change and grow each time round. The way you work with and are influenced by the cycle will change and grow. Now, astrology is complicated, and looking at our natal chart can be overwhelming and stressful. It's important to look at it in small pieces, learning about one aspect at a time. My advice for working with and learning about celestial bodies and other aspects of astrology is to start somewhere. Learn the vibes and energies, sit with them, see how they govern and influence different parts of you, see what resonates with you. Remember, as with all energy work, we each practice differently. So follow your intuition and where you're being drawn, and work with what works for you, the information and associations that resonate with you, and know that these things will change over time, that they will learn and grow with you. So back to Scorpio. Let's start by looking at Scorpio's symbol, also known as a glyph. This is Scorpio's symbol, a symbol used to represent the zodiac sign of Scorpio. Did you know that this symbol represents some of Scorpio's key components, ideas, and energies that flow when Scorpio is influencing any celestial body? Let's look at 3 meanings and associations of this symbol. The stinger of the scorpion. A great way to remember and distinguish this symbol from other zodiac signs' symbols. It represents the Scorpio's ability to attack and protect itself. This symbol carries Scorpio's characteristics and energies of extreme outbursts, lashing out, having a sharp sting, bluntness, but also honesty, standing in our power, the ability to protect ourselves, protection in general, and independence. All very different aspects of Scorpio energy. And you can see how Scorpio energy can drive both high and low energies. It also represents the human reproductive organs, which are governed by Scorpio energy. This represents Scorpio's characteristics and energies of sensuality, passion, desire, our drive to succeed, putting things into action. But it also can be dominance, control, aggressiveness. All the above characteristics of this symbol symbolize how Scorpio's emotional, transformative energies can come into play in all its different aspects. This can also be looked at as Scorpio's influence from the planet Mars, which governs Scorpio in traditional astrology. But more on Mars another time. Back to our symbol. In past times, this symbol was also used to symbolize the phoenix, a bird of immortality and regeneration. The phoenix is a symbol of transformation, change, rising from the ashes, all very strong Scorpio energy concepts. There's a lot of transformative energy during this season, and in many places this is reflected in the changing seasons. Autumn moving towards winter. Autumn, a season of changing colors, darkening days, and cooler times of rainy weather. A time of preparation for winter ahead. This is a time of introspection and reflection, both concepts needed to engage and influence change and transformative energies. This can also be looked at as energies associated and concepts associated with the planet Pluto and its energies. Pluto is ruled by Scorpio in modern astrology. Now, don't worry too much about these planetary associations and influences just now. Just know that there are connections with ruling bodies, and these 2 planets, Mars and Pluto, influence Scorpio energy. Just another layer of Scorpio energy and astrology in general. Now, back to our symbol one last time. In symbolic terms, curved lines and arrows represent strong emotions tied to practicality and aiming towards higher consciousness. This ties into Scorpio energy, which is a fixed water sign. Water tends to represent emotions and how they flow. The fixed principles bring in properties like practicality, determination, loyalty, being strong-willed. Yet the water element and energies bring in flexibility, the ability to see things from different perspectives, and a drive for change and success. So just looking at this symbol alone, you can see how its symbolism was chosen to tie into the strengths and weaknesses, the high and low energies of Scorpio. This symbol can be used to help us remember, connect with, tap into, and embrace Scorpio energy. Now let's talk about Scorpio season. Now you may have heard this time frame where the sun is in the zodiac sign of Scorpio referred to as Scorpio season. Why? Because it is the season where this Scorpio energy is going to influence us. Scorpio vibes and energy are going to be flowing into this season, and in so doing will bring in Scorpio's associations, characteristics, properties, and symbolism. It will bring this energy into play in many ways. As Scorpio season begins, we may feel the energy of transformation and change on the rise. Scorpio itself is a sign that represents transformation and metamorphosis, and this year, 2021, it also brings the opening of eclipse season. Eclipses are always potential portals of transformation and represent a shift or quantum leap in our level of consciousness. Life tends to take on a different tune when we are moving through eclipse season, and this energy may be something we felt as the sun entered this water sign back on the 23rd of October. Now, let's look at Scorpio through its animal symbolism. Scorpio is one of the few signs that is represented by 3 different animal symbols: the scorpion, the eagle, and the phoenix. Each of these symbols represents a progression in consciousness or a shift as we work through its different energetic levels. On the base level, Scorpio is ruled by the qualities of the scorpion. The scorpion is a small yet powerful creature. It sheds its skin every so often, undergoing a metamorphosis, and is equipped with a sharp tail, which, if it's not careful with, has the ability to sting not only predators or prey, but also itself. The scorpion is powerful and a totem of death and rebirth in many cultures, but it does not quite have the same vantage point as the eagle. Scorpio energy shifts into the eagle when its awareness shifts to growth, when it starts to become interested in seeing things from a bigger, a newer perspective. Rather than seeing things from a narrow viewpoint, a new perspective has started to emerge. As the eagle, Scorpio energy can see things from up high. The eagle is still very protective and defensive of its territory, but as it continues to grow in awareness, it starts to see things from a more spiritual point of view, from a more rounded point of view, from the view of many perspectives. This is where the final transformation of Scorpio energy takes place, from eagle to phoenix. The phoenix is a magical bird that is birthed from the ashes of chaos and destruction. This bird represents the rising of the new from the old and the ability to take the wounds and traumas of the past and turn them into something of strength and beauty. The phoenix is a mysterious creature, but it is wise and represents one of the highest evolutions of consciousness of Scorpio energy. It is the awareness of the phoenix that all things transform, that death follows life, and life follows death. This metamorphosis journey of Scorpio energy is something we can all embrace during this season, regardless of our level of understanding and knowledge about the season, and regardless of how we use energies or the vibes around us in our practice. How to work with Scorpio season. Here are some ideas and ways to work with Scorpio energies. As with any form of energy, you must start to get to know it before you can truly harness it and start to simply show up. Acknowledge which properties, characteristics, associations, and symbolism you're planning on working with and follow through. You learn about the energy when you work with the energy. Scorpio season is a good time to focus on making transformative changes in your life, in your patterns, in your behavior, in your actions, in your words, in your routines, in your habits, in regards to your emotions and your outbursts. You can use this energy to explore your psychology, your mental health, to look at your roots, your past, your trauma, your patterns, your behaviors, your reactions, to see where you can put into place healthier, transformative ways to grow and to deal with your mental health and your mental being. You can use this time to connect with yourself, your tools, the world around you. Tap into and learn how to work with your intuition. Look for signs and synchronicities. Connect with your ancestors. Look at family legacies, what you have inherited, both from the dead and the living. It is a great time to work with transforming generational patterns, habits, behaviors, and responses, and transform them into new, more healthy family practices. A great time to tap into psychic powers and work with your tools of divination. Increase your occult knowledge and studies. Invest in yourself. The veil between the worlds is thinnest during this season, so you can learn to work with this dimensional energy, especially at the astrological festival of Samhain. Working with the water aspect of Scorpio season, you can tap into and work with emotions affecting you, your triggers, your past conditioning, and learning where and when your emotional outbursts happen. By seeing what's hidden beneath the surface and the influences of others, you can transform how you act, interact, and feel about your emotions. You can see how to express them more authentically and in healing ways, and in healthy ways. There is nothing wrong with emotions. We just sometimes don't use them in healthy, loving ways. Scorpio energy brings a chance to view things from different perspectives, to be flexible in your approach, to evaluate and figure out your next moves, to make strategies for the future. It has this all or nothing intensity to it that is great for putting yourself into projects, problems, tasks, and events, pushing you to give it your all. When we put in the effort, we see the growth. There is still this air of active moving energy from Libra the last season, and to keep pushing us towards transformation and change. Scorpio also has this very controlling energy vibe. A very set in your ways defensive energy that acts as a safety mechanism. This energy can be used in constructive ways, like putting things in order, being of use to others, organizing get-togethers, strengthening our foundations, preparing for the barren season ahead, grounding in our reality to control moving forward. But this controlling aspect can be used in destructive ways. It can cause blockages, tension, resentment, aggressiveness, possessiveness, this need for dominance and control. Now we can use both this constructive aspect of Scorpio energy and this deconstructive aspect to our benefit to enable change and growth. When these blockages and strong feelings and aggressive behaviors and limiting patterns emerge, we can sit with them, see where they stem from, see what emotions and feelings are involved. We can see where this destructive aspect of Scorpio energy is being used constructively. We can see where this Scorpio energy of transformation, of death and rebirth can come into play. We can use this constructive energy to break down and analyze our destructive energies to establish a more positive, healthy way forward. So as you can see, there are endless ways the associations, characteristics, properties, and symbolism of Scorpio energy can be embraced and used in our day-to-day lives, seasonally or every day. We can bring these aspects into our spiritual and magical practices. We can tap into and use any of the Scorpio energy associations, characteristics, properties, and symbolisms to enhance our growth, learning, and the perspectives this Scorpio season brings. Just like any form of magic, we can bring forward the aspects we want to work with and bring them into our working practice. Embracing Scorpio correspondences is also a natural way to bring celestial energy into your being, into your life, into your world. It can help you to connect to the season and help you to connect to yourself. and help you to understand what role Scorpio energy has for you individually, for those Scorpios around you, for the collective, for our environment, for our seasonal changes and the cycles of our natural environment and ourselves. We can see how we go through seasons and life cycles and changes. Learning about connecting and embracing zodiac energies can be a great way to work with the natural energies around you, to work with the seasons, to work with the concepts of intuition, emotions, intensity, death and rebirth, regeneration, metamorphosis, change, transformation, issues of control, generational patterns, psychic abilities, and much, much more. The only thing that is necessary to enable you to work with Scorpio energy is your awareness, your intention, and your actions. How you use this energy, how you allow it to influence you, how you connect to it, and how you learn about it is up to you. I hope that you enjoyed this video and it inspires you to learn about and work with these seasonal energies around you. I would love to know how you work with Scorpio energy in the autumn season. Until the next time, may your journey be magical. Bye-bye, my friends. Embrace that Scorpio energy this season and allow it to bring on your best transformation and growth that will help you moving forward into the next season. Till the next time, bye, my friends.